Good morning, good morning. Get into some cards and coffee this morning, see what's going on. And the heavy collective energies. Lost a friend last night. We all knew it was going to be hard on her when her mom passed back in January. But, yeah, she was, I don't remember what she had. Luna knew. Luna met her. She was, her name was Christine. And it was one of those days back when everybody was having a real good time with the energy. About 2018. And Luna was doing her regular thing where she was just wandering around in the woods. And she ran into this redheaded girl collecting plants out in the woods. And she was looking for a plant called jewelweed. I'm going to look it up later. I've never heard of it. And Luna started talking to her. And yeah, it turns out she grew up in the town right next to mine. She was only she's a year younger than us was. We complain about such little things in our lives. And we self-sabotage ourselves with such stupid little things. And you got these people out here that have real problems. It really puts things into perspective for you. But she's not in pain anymore. I was wondering what the heavy energy was. And why I hadn't heard from Luna in a couple of days, because she's Libra, so if it's not something bubbly happy to talk about, she has a hard time talking about hard things. Luna does not like to feel any emotion besides happy. We all got our thing. Let's get to it. Got the Bring on the Rain card. It is pouring down here today. It was pouring and the weather just shifted. Which is why we hadn't planted anything yet, because we were looking at the darn weather when it started. We were like, there's going to be one more good cold snap. I pretty much have to do all my planting outside because there's not an ounce of room left in this house for starting inside. I saw a woman yesterday using my light seer deck She's talking about something going on in South Carolina with dark magic and everything. And then she's just like, she pulls up the Ace of Cups card and she's like, it's selfish. This person's selfish. And I was just listening to her. I was like, dude, you're just going off this storyline that you know of. If someone called you and told you about this storyline. And so you're just pretty much gossiping your friend's business. And you're just taking the cards and you're just making them mean whatever you want them to mean so that you could talk mad shit about those people who were getting arrested. But apparently, you can get arrested now for hiring people to hex other people. Because you're hiring them to do bodily harm. Whether you believe it'll work or not. It's all about the intention. So that should be interesting. If that court case goes through and they do end up charging those people for paying someone in, like, she said they paid somebody in Kuwait to curse and do black magic on their ex-husband to kill him or whatever. And now they're going to jail. I was like, we shall see. If that sets a certain precedent, that means doing hexing will become illegal. And getting paid to do it. I don't know how any of that will work. But I did tell you guys a great persecution was coming last year. Part of the spiritual community is going down for the ridiculous conspiracy theories. And the other half is going to be going down with that. All right. There's a lot of stress on the 3D right now. I can see this. You get the 9 of Wands, right? 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. So just a lot of defending, a lot of focusing and worrying on spilt cups instead of the 2 of Cups connections that you still have around you. Worrying about money, seeking stability. But what kind of fear are you projecting onto this timeline? Because this is just a lot of, it's a good amount of paranoia right there. Whatever you focus on, I mean, that's what's going to happen. Now today the 40 is looking pretty good. Like the 40 shows a lot of success, a lot of hope and renewal, manifesting, right? Creating the health frequency and the King of Swords. So it's like mentally you've got it figured out. Like mentally you understand what you need to do. Maybe a lot of the worry and stress is you're defending yourself from other people's worry and stress around you. And that's why the defensive card came up first. You're trying to maintain all of this good juju going on with the success and everything. See, I see these two as conflicting. So you had a very loving energy on here on the top line. Good morning, Miss Cat. You have very loving energy up here on the top line, but you also got the Queen of Swords reverse. Now, the Queen of Swords reverse is a pretty big B. All right, she says hurtful mean shit. And then there's the Ace of Cups. So it's like the person does have a lot of love, but for some reason they have a very sharp tongue right now, or you have a sharp tongue. Remember, the energies can go either way. Yeah, the Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups, both reversed. It's like you're having a hard time having a good time. You get the Page of Swords over here. So I feel like the Page of Swords is bored. And that's why it's the Queen of Swords, right? It's like what it wants to do all this energy. It talked about wanting to do all these things. It's curious. It's energetic. It wants to do. It wants to do. It wants to do. Loves life, definitely. But I just feel like the reason that you get in the big old B, or you feel like a big old B, is just boredom. Just boredom, not being able to celebrate. And the Three of Cups is actually, it's a divine feminine card too. So I'm getting just a feminine that's bored. And this is her friends. So you get naked before the stars. Naked before the stars is just being able to be out there and feeling vulnerable about yourself. The past life energy that we're pulling through right now is the knighthood. And it's just a reminder that a lot of us come in already carrying very strong moral codes that are hardwired into our like soul DNA, right? And being aware of them, right down to the core. I do get the World card here, a brilliant success and the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. So this is the end of one cycle and the beginning of a next cycle, and there is a success coming. Whether it feels like it or not right now, you guys are making success, and the paths are opening in new directions. If you don't see them, it's because you're not looking for them. Ebb and flow. There's been a lot of heavy, heavy energy going on. And I love the ebb and flow card because it's really about proper meditation. Proper meditation is about clearing your mind, right? You let emotions come in, you honor them for whatever they are, then you let them wash out. You don't hold on to them. A lot of people go into meditation and they're like, I am going to go and meditate on this problem or this idea or whatever. And then by the time you're done with the end of the meditation, you're more frazzled than you were before because you probably didn't come up with any solutions because you were just obsessively thinking about a problem for 30 minutes. You weren't meditating. True meditation is you can start with that thought, but you got to let it go. And you let the ebb and flow of the emotions and the thoughts come in and out. And then that's how you find the resolutions. You don't find the resolutions by trying to stare at the problem until it comes to you. It's kind of like when you can't remember something, like you're trying to remember somebody's name and you can't remember their name. You can't remember their name. And as soon as you go, oh, forget it. I can't remember what that actor's name is. And you go to start doing dishes or whatever. Then it's like, bam, it hits you. You got to let things ebb and flow. And don't be afraid to be honest with yourself when you're in those states. Don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. Not mean to yourself. Honest with yourself. There's a difference there. All right. All right, y'all. That's all I got for this morning. I'll holler at you later. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the morning.